Tech Cocktail Conversations, candid insights from startup founders, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders from around the globe.
I'm Rachna Choudhry. I'm co-founder and CMO of POPVOX.com. POPVOX is a nonpartisan, neutral platform that allows individuals to communicate with their members of Congress. I was a lobbyist for several years before starting POPVOX.com, and the idea of it came from my own experience as a lobbyist when I'd go lobby Congress and tell them about all these letters that their constituents had written, and oftentimes the staffer had no concept of all the petitions and the letters that were happening out in the grassroots. So we created POPVOX.com to allow individuals to have a voice that was aggregated, quantified, and accountable on a neutral platform. Most recently, the House Democrats announced last week, in fact, that they were going to start using the POPVOX API to automatically pull in real time public sentiment and organization endorsement of legislation coming directly from POPVOX.com, which means that once a person uses POPVOX.com to communicate with Congress, we're not only delivering their letter to their member of Congress, but it's being aggregated and sent directly to the House Democrats' intranet, where over 2,000 congressional staffers look to get information. Starting a business in Washington, D.C. it has its pros, and in some ways it has its challenges as well. It's not naturally seen as the place that you go to start a startup, but and I think a lot of that is because D.C. is oftentimes seen as a zero-sum game, right? In D.C. there's winners and there's losers, right? You run for office and you win or you lose. You try to pass legislation and it passes or it fails. And startup life and being an entrepreneur is more about iterating and pivoting and trying to find a solution to a problem, but then if that's not the best solution, just tweaking it a little to make it better and improving on it. So being in DC and being a startup in DC, suddenly it opened my eyes to what being a startup is about, because I came from this idea of winning and losing, and then I came into this world where people are just genuinely helpful, and entrepreneurs that I meet all over the city truly want to help and make our products better, and that's really exciting for me, and it's quite a transformation. I'm a first-time entrepreneur, and so much so that I didn't know what to do to start a business, so I went and bought like the idiot's guide to starting a business for dummies or something, and I sat there at Starbucks and I read it. And then I realized, it makes more sense to go out there and just research the problem and try to find solutions that really fit the needs of our various users and customers. But one of the challenges that we came across quickly is you can create a really great product, but then if you don't tell people about it, or if you don't create ways for people to share it, it's kind of useless. And that's the thing. So we quickly learned that everything we did needed to be shareable. It needed to be searchable and findable, if that's the word. And that was like a big lesson that we learned, and a challenge that we have been overcoming.